What's up, everyone? My name is Mario Day, aka Mr. Daye&Knight, and this is.
What's good, everybody? My name is Mikal Montgomery, aka King Kel.
And I was eating some Tic Tac. I love Tic Tac. And this is an episode of Daily Discussions. So today we're going to be talking about whoopings. I know I got a lot of whoopings when I was younger. I don't know about you. Did you get a lot of whoopings?
I got a great deal of whoopings myself.
All right, so let's go ahead and hit it like right there on the nail. Like, what was your worst whooping that you ever received?
Okay, so I'm gonna go and go to a flashback back to second grade where I got a lot of needs improvements and incompletes and behavior wise on progress reports.
I didn't know you can get incompletes in, like you said, middle school.
Second grade.
Second.
Yeah, I mean it was bad. So I got tired of it after a while. I was trying to do my best. So what I did is I crossed out my N's and I's and I wrote E's and S's and I brought it home.
So you changed your grade?
I did. I changed my grade and my mom questioned it. She really should have noticed my handwriting, but she signed it.
How did you change your grade? Because usually like the progress reports were like typed.
Here's the thing, they were typed, but you write in
the grade.
Okay,
with
pen. So I just grabbed a pen and I just went to work one afternoon. I was like, no, I'm tired of it. I'm tired of getting whoopings for I's and N's. So it's not gonna be me today. Brought it to my mom. She signed it, but she had a question about it. But I guess she didn't worry about it because she had a meeting with my teacher the same week. It's actually progress reports were given out the Tuesday. She had a meeting with my teacher Friday. Cool. Brought it back Wednesday. My teacher was like, this is not what we wrote. I was like, yeah, but my dad was using it as example when he whooped me. This is what he wants to see on my progress report the next time. So y'all already know what happened. And I mean, it was the worst whooping ever. My mom just came home. I was being watched by my grandmother. She was like, you want to tell me something? I was like, yeah, I changed my grade. And she was like, yeah, you blamed it on your dad. She was like, he's waiting with a belt for you when you get home because my grandparents stayed 3 houses down. So I had to take that short walk home. And I think I got 3 whoopings that night. My dad whooped me and my mom whooped me behind it. And then when I was trying to when I was trying to go to bed, I said my prayers. And the worst thing about it is,
now you praying about it.
No. Like I say my prayers to go to bed, right?
Oh, okay.
I'm finna go to bed.
I thought you said your prayer not to get a whooping.
No.
I shouldn't have did.
I'm saying my prayers to go to bed, and now let me down to sleep. I hear somebody behind me. I look back. My mom just throwing the belt around her shoulder, like you already know what it is. Once you finish this prayer, man, that was like tried to be the longest prayer. She was like, "Hurry up, finna beat your ass." Excuse me, beat your behind.
I gotta bleep that out, bro. I gotta beat you.
I'm sorry. And once I finished that prayer, y'all already know what it was. She beat me right after I prayed, and that's how I went to bed. So 3 whoopings in one night.
I would say beat is a strong word. We're gonna get on another subject after I talk about like whooping experiences.
Okay. What was your worst though?
I wouldn't say, I don't even remember a worst. Because whoopings in general were like terrible to me. So like I used to get whooped with a switch like early on. Okay. And then it transitioned to a belt. So it went from like worse to like a little bit better. Okay. My brother and I we ended up like we would say immune to the belt because we got older and we could like tolerate pain a lot more.
Lucky y'all, because I never tolerated the pain. It always hurt.
Yeah, I mean, I feel
maybe I'm soft.
Yeah, probably.
All right,
but
go ahead.
Anyway, proceeding. I just remember like certain things that used to happen, like a bundle of switches. I don't even remember if this happened, but I used to been threatened by getting a whooping when I come out the shower.
Woo!
Like with switches. This is with a switch. Like,
oh God!
If y'all don't know what a switch is, like for all the young folks that are subscribed to me, it's like can you not eat the bone on the mic? But if y'all don't know what a switch is, it's pretty much like a little small branch off the tree. But like when you like, whoosh, and when you whip that baby on somebody's back, it stings and leaves a nice little whelp on you.
Wait a minute. So you got beat on your back?
Not like a slave, bro.
Okay.
I gotta be everywhere.
I just didn't understand where this is going.
Here's the thing. I used to get whoopings for no matter what. Like if a teacher said I was talking back at school.
Wow.
And they were saying, "Oh, I'm gonna call your mama." I'd be like, "Man, call my mama. I don't care." Shoot. Really? On the inside, I was like,
I knew kids like
man,
you.
Don't call.
I used to always respect you.
I ain't gonna lie, but like here's the. As I got older, I realized that like sometimes, the teacher did call my mom, but then sometimes they didn't because I would go home and they said they're gonna call my mom and everything is fine. Mm-hmm. Or my mother forgot. But then was sometimes I got a butt whooping. But here's the thing. I got double the trouble because my mom is a twin, a fraternal twin.
Sit down,
Majesty. Majesty, stop! If I got in trouble at school or I did anything wrong, my mom would whoop me and then my aunt would whoop me at the same time. Not at the same time. Not at the same. At the same time. Hey! But they would whoop me like she would whoop me right after, or my aunt would go first. But here's the thing: what I liked about my aunt Coco, shout out to Aunt Coco. Hey. So what I liked about my aunt is the fact that she sat down and listened to our story about like what actually happened
before she whooped you.
I
respect that.
And I respect that too. Even though sometimes she did have to like whoop us because our story wasn't good enough, but sometimes I got away because, well, at least for one whooping, because my story was like good and legit. Even I knew it was legit. I'm not saying I conned you on Canetta. This is not me saying that at all. But
so like, you basically saying like you formed a story that you knew it would work to get you out your whooping, right?
No, what I'm saying is I formed a true story. It's not even formed.
100% true. 100% true.
It was in my head right now. It was 100% true, and she understood why I did the things that I did. All right. So as far as whoopings, well, we talked about our experience. We got whooped as children, and I believe we came out as good individuals, good gentlemen. So we're good men, and I feel like a lot of that had to deal with us getting whoopings as a child and how we were raised in a way. But how do you feel about whooping your child?
I feel like it's necessary. I'm gonna be honest. You know, my pet peeve is to be in the mall or in a grocery store, any kind of retail store, and see kids running around acting crazy and ill behaved. It starts at home. You know, I know if the Mikal at 3 or 4 years old would have done that, I would have been taken to the bathroom, if not beaten in the aisle. And I appreciate that because
don't use the word beaten.
I'm sorry, whooped.
The beating sounds like
I'm sorry. I would have been corrected in the aisle immediately, you know, to learn from my mistake as soon as it happened. And I feel like, you know, parents neglect that aspect, you know,
of whoopings. Okay. So me personally, growing up getting whooped, I feel like it does help discipline a child, but I also do agree with is other ways you can discipline a child.
Okay. Go ahead and elaborate on that.
Some of it has to deal with me raising a puppy right now. Now I used to get whooped no matter where we at. Like if I acted up there, I was gonna get a whooping there.
Right then and there, I'm with you.
If it wasn't a full blown whooping, I was getting popped. You know what I mean?
You got a little taste of what was gonna be later.
Yeah, and it was like I get popped, and then they would say, my mom would be like, "Just wait till we get home."
Yeah.
Or like, and then when they say that, just wait till we get home, and you start crying, they be like, "Oh, don't cry now.
Oh yeah.
I ain't give you nothing to cry about just yet. Oh, just wait."
I used to hate the saying, "Shut up before I give you something to cry about." Like you've already given me something to cry about.
And the fact of the matter is, they don't even have to whoop you. Like if they whooped you like once or twice or maybe 3 times before, and then they like probably pop you in the store, and then you keep acting up, and they's like, I'm gonna give you something to cry about later on. It strikes fear in you because, and it makes you want to act right because you know that you got a whooping before, and you know you don't want that whooping again. So you're gonna act the best that you can.
I would just be in the house, in fear of, a car going down the street. Oh snap, that's my dad. If somebody knocked on the door, I'm really just grabbing myself like in fear. That's the neighbor. Doorbell ring, phone ringing. It could be I'm outside or something. So I mean, putting the fear of God in someone is very essential. What you were saying as well.
Yeah.
Because you're not all. You. That's a way you can discipline someone without putting a hand on them because they already know what they experienced in the past. I feel like whoopings matter on your geographic location, on where you live. Mm-hmm. I know me personally, I'll just be honest, I didn't grow up in the best neighborhood. So, and I don't live in the best neighborhood right now. So, people were selling drugs and people were, robbing people or breaking in. So I appreciate those whoopings because I know I go back to, and it's not maybe not my street, but the area, or the area or around my neighborhood that I live in. A lot of people envy me, which they shouldn't. But I see where they are, and I see them not getting whoopings and how they got away with stuff. And I used to envy them, and now they envy me, and now the tables are turned. They got to hang out, or they got to, be in the street at 11 o'clock at night and no parental supervision. But now I thank God because I did have parental supervision. I didn't start, doing drugs at an early age or selling drugs at an early age, or I don't have any misdemeanors. I've never got arrested, thank God. I don't have any felonies. So, I mean, I do feel like it depends on your geographic location as well. If you grow up in a better neighborhood, maybe you don't need as many whoopings as you would in a urban neighborhood.
Not needing whoopings, like discipline in general. Mm-hmm. I feel like if you grow up in a more of a wealthier neighborhood.
Yes.
I'm not saying all.
True. That's true.
Some of the children probably do need some type of discipline.
Yes.
And if you are giving them some type of discipline and they still acting up, that discipline ain't worth squat.
Yeah.
They don't respect you, so you gotta find different ways. And you may need to put a belt to the behind. But you can also have that in the urban areas. You get what I mean?
True.
So I get what you're saying, but at the same time, I feel like it just depends on like what. I mean, not necessarily depend on what area, but it depends on the people, the family, and how they raise their children. So this concludes the daily discussion about whoopings. This is like our experience and our thoughts as young men. It'll probably change later on down the road. Share your opinions down in the comment section, like about if you should whoop your child, if you shouldn't. Talk about like the worst whooping you ever gotten, if you ever gotten whooped before. And yeah, just let's have a conversation. And remember to like, subscribe, and yeah, comment, share, all that thing, man. Instagram, everything's gonna be in the description. I'm gonna put his in there too. Yes. So go ahead, follow my brother, my LB, Mikal Montgomery.
Also follow The Middle. Our podcast is coming out soon.
Don't follow The Middle. I'm just joking. Follow The Middle. He's doing big things with his podcast. So yeah, I'm about to be out. You better be out too. I'm about to take another hit of tit chat. If y'all didn't know by now, I love me some tit chats. Yeah.